Alright guys, we're still putting them in the boat. I think this is either number 9 or number 10. I think I'm gonna get one more or try to get one more. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I'm gonna throw one or two more times here, and then I'm gonna go look for another spot, and maybe one or two more after that, and I may call it a day early. Might go do some bass fishing. This has been a blast, and it's such an easy thing to do when the timing's right, the weather's right, and it's just the right time of year. It's panfish time. When it gets hot outside and the fishermen stay home, the bream are biting. They're biting somewhere. I had a video I put out a week or so ago. I only got to come out here for 3 hours, and I was just fishing artificials, and I got 5. Now, they weren't this quality, but I didn't have time to really look and mess around. But I happened up on them this morning. I had a different game plan. I came in here with some worms and wanted to really try to learn to use my side skin to find targets, and I feel like I got lucky setting up because I'm not real good yet with the side skin and coming back after I've seen something and finding it very quickly. I think I hit this one right out of the park. First thing, I think I just happened, when I saw it on my side skin, I was going by, I immediately dropped my anchor and fished back behind me to the left or the side they were on, and until I dial it in, that's the only way I know how to do it. So any tips for side skin, going back and finding your targets, put them in the comments. I'm learning. I know it kind of feels like cheating. It really does. It was too easy. Normally on my 2D, you find some bream, but you don't find them like this. It showed every bed, just like you drew little circles. I'm a believer. I'm definitely a believer that it works, and it is what it is. But it put me on them. It put me in the right. Oh, thought I had one. Put me in the right area really quick, which is something I should have done the week or two before. Oh man! While I was talking, took my bait. That's the first worm I've lost to a fish this morning. Anyway, hang out. I think the next time I get back, we're gonna be in a different area. We're gonna go hunt another flat and see if I can do this somewhere else. Now that I got the wind in a steady direction, I know which way to set my boat up. So as I cross over some beds or some rock piles or a tree or anything that's out here in the open water, I'm gonna try to duplicate what I've done here and get set up and fish that target. So hang out with me. I'm gonna try to get one more here, and then I'm gonna leave, and we'll be set up somewhere else when you see me next time. Let's go get them. Guys, we moved locations. Gonna have some wind. I hope my mic's cutting the wind noise out. But I found not bream beds, but I found a stump field off a little point. So I spun around, anchored out, and got in position and threw back on the stump field. There's just another one. I think we've probably got, I haven't brought all of them on and showed you every single one. I think I'm probably got 10 or 12 in the box. I got some for supper for sure, but it's the same technique. Split shot with just a little simple bait holding hook is all you need. And you take that red worm or a night crawler or a wiggler, whatever you got, and you just basically hook that worm in the middle. If you're a bass fisherman, this will be wacky rigging. You just hook it in the middle. I kind of bend the worm and hook it through a couple of places, but it's right in the middle of the worm, and that's it. Putting it out there where I came across this little area, and I passed the stumps, and it actually was stumps on both sides of the boat showing, so I know there was a stump fill out on this point. Directly under me wouldn't have shown up, but I know they're there because they were on both sides, and they were pretty prominent, scattered all out in there, and there's fish there. Just as simple. It's a magnet for a fish to hang out. Stumps provide something they can hide around, get in the shade, jump out and ambush little fish. And now these worms, I got 2 boxes of worms. One box is bigger than the other box, and I don't think it makes any difference, honestly. You could have your little box of red wigglers, which are those small ones, and catch just as many brim and bluegill. And that's it. One hook through the middle of the worm, and we're putting him back in there. It's a simple technique. If you just want to get bit, you just want to put some fish in the boat. You want to take and teach kids how to fish. It's not complicated, and it works, and it's fun. There's no other way to describe it. It's just fun, and it's productive. So when you get kids on the water and they're catching fish, or they have there's another one while we're talking. This one's a good one. I can already tell. When they're catching fish, you've made a memory that's gonna stick with them. And wow, this is gonna be another good one. He's got me bent. Oh no, he's got my anchor rope. Get out of that, buddy. There you go. Oh, he's in my dang rope. Maybe I can get him to swim off of it. There we go. I get him in, get him away from that rope. Another good one. It's almost like cheating. I see why some of the bass guys are against all the electronics, because I dialed it in really fast, to where otherwise I'm hunting and pecking, looking for a spot. I found my spot, just by riding by and knowing what I was looking for. Simple as that. But putting fish in the boat is the goal today, and I have done that. I'm gonna catch a few more. I got plenty to clean right now, and I might go do some bass fishing. I ain't quite done with this. It's hard to quit when you're having this much fun and it's just working. And big shout out to once again, big shout out to Richard Jean Fishing Machine, because he got me back to a technique that I didn't use for years, decades really. I've been fishing since, well, I'll just tell you, I was born in '65, and I caught my first fish at 2 years old. So I've been doing this a long time, and this is the way we used to fish. I know my grandfather did this. This was his thing. Just put a hook and a sinker on there and throw that thing out there. Now, he didn't care. He'd throw it out there and leave it on the bottom until the line pulled. That works too. But a lot of times you get a fish, in that case, swallow the hook. I'm trying not to let them swallow the hook, So I'm keeping pressure on and keeping my line tight where I can feel what's going on. When I pull it up against a weed or a grass or something, I can kind of jiggle it off of it. But I'm keeping that line coming to me and keeping it tight so I feel the bump. And then I want to try to pull back on them. You don't really got to jack their jaws like you do bass fishing or bigger game fish, but you need to go ahead and pull right then because they're going to get it down their throat. They're in competition with all these other fish, and they don't fool around. When they get it in their mouth, their only goal is to eat that worm, and they're trying to get it in their belly and go find them something else to eat. So if you mess around with them, your hook's buried down deep, and it just gets to be a pain when you lose a lot of hooks, or then you end up digging hooks out when you get home. I can't afford to just throw them all away. So, but it's just fun and it works. And we got a thunderstorm passing to the south of us. You might hear some rumble here and there. I think it's going to bypass us. The wind blew really good there for a minute. Felt so good. The wind's quit now and it's hot. I kind of envy the fish sitting in the cooler in the ice, because now it's hot again. Not as hot as the other day when I was bass fishing, but it's hot. So we have found 2 productive areas. I say productive. This could have been random, but this looked so good on the screen when I went over it. Stumps, I mean, all the way back out toward deep water. That's where my next cast is going to go, a little deeper. Just to see if I've got some hanging a little deeper. Anyway, you guys hang out with me. I'm going to put 2 or 3 more in the boat before I wind this up. And then I think I'm going to spend a little time bass fishing after a while. But I've accomplished the goal. I know I got my 10. We're adding to that. So we may actually let the grandkids have some fish tonight. Stay with me. I'll bring you a few more before we're done. There we go. Same stump feel or same stumpy point. I think I've proved what I had hoped, set out to prove today, that I could actually use my electronics to find what I was looking for. And I may up anchor and go across and try to spot me one more, maybe a brim bed or a tree or something. I still got a worm. I might as well sit here a minute and to see if I can duplicate it one more time at a different place before I kind of quit. I'm fishing against the wind with this little light tackle, and the wind's a little stronger now. It had quit just a minute ago and now it's blowing again. That's the outfeed off these storms. Not in any danger or anything right here. We're on the outskirts of them. But we're catching a little wind off of them. It's harder to throw right this second. Wants to blow my bait back to me. But it's working. Electronics, when you begin to learn what's going on, makes a difference, and I'm really trying to learn what I'm doing. So fingers. I'm gonna try to get one more here, and then we're gonna scoot across, and I'm gonna scan some more area and look for something else, either a bed or, like I said, maybe a tree in the water or a brush pile or something, and try to set up on one more target before I call it a day. I already got fish to clean and supper to eat, so I'm good on that part. You guys hang out. I'll let you know how it works out. Alright guys, I've hooked me a bonus. I got me a catfish on. No, I didn't either. I thought he was a catfish from the looks. Messed around and caught a dang old bass. I would have swore that was a catfish. He went under the boat. I would have swore I seen a catfish. I guess I'm getting old. On the tiniest hook you can imagine too. Alright, let me get him in. Get him back in the water. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Oh, calm down. I'm gonna get you loose. There we go. I thought he done got it in his throat, which he was close, man. When they get a live bait and they know it's good to eat, they're trying to eat it. So you got to set the hook when you feel them. Because he already had that thing. It was real close, but I was able to get it turned, get him unhooked. No harm, no foul. Thought I had a catfish, man. That was going to be some catfish about that size right there that I'd have put in the cooler. Anyway, I think we're going to up anchor now and go hunt us another bed or some more targets to throw at before we wind it up. This was a bonus. It was fun. We're going to turn him loose. See ya. Don't you splash me. There you go. All right, let's go find us something else. Hang out. Alright guys, my first couple spots were flipping awesome. The last three, this is what I'm getting. I mean, I've got a cooler full now. I probably got 15 or more in there. I don't need these. So I'm gonna put a few more worms on, and if I don't get another good one, I'm just gonna call it a day. It's been so much fun this morning, up until just a few minutes ago, or the last hour. I say a few minutes, the last hour or so, I have been on a little fish, man, nothing but babies. These are, you could use these for bait, and I could catch a bunch of these and go bass fishing, but that's not what I'm after. A couple more big ones, I think I'll wind it up. Or if I can't catch anything but these little bitty ones, I'm gonna wind it up. It has been so much fun. Caught such really good fish, and I'll go over it one more time. Simplest rig ever. One little split shot, one little tiny bait holding hook of your choice. I like the Gamakatsu stiletto, and a simple night crawler. and you're just pitching it out and letting it sink. And a lot of these on these deeper banks like I'm on now, I'm not on the bank where I started or anything. I'm on some steeper banks where it drops off into deeper water, and these fish a lot of times hit this on the fall. They don't wait till it gets to the, there's another one. God dang. You can just tell when you hook one, they're not what we caught this morning. Not even close. That's not even close. But one good thing, I still got my worm on there. I mean, I could literally hook these on a bigger hook, throw them out and catch a bass. That's how small they are. But you know, you take the little ones with the big ones, and it all pans out at the end of the day. I'm gonna throw this a little deeper. Maybe the smaller ones are closer to the bank. I've kind of wiggled up in the shade here, which feels so good because it rained and sprinkled just a little bit. I bagged up my cameras for a little bit, and sun's back out. It's hot again. Back into summer. Doesn't take long. So all I know is thanks for watching. It's been fun. I don't know if I'm going to put any more in the cooler or not. I'm going to go drop shot a little bit for bass in a few minutes before I actually head to the ramp and go home. Such fun. Been a really productive day this morning. Right off the bat, we started catching good ones and got quite a few. So that's going to be good. The technique's easy. If you got kids you want to take them fishing, this is an easy way to do it. You don't have to have a float. You don't have to do all that stuff. That's just extra if you like it. But it's fun. You should get out and try it. If you like to eat fish, these are some of the absolute best eating little fish you're going to find. And they go really good with French fries and hush puppies, I'll just tell you. Anyway, you guys stay safe on the water. I'm gonna wind this up in just a little bit, and I'm gonna go do some bass fishing. Probably off camera, just relax and see if I get a bite. If not, I got fish to clean in a little while. You guys stay safe. It's been a great 4th of July weekend for me. Hope it has been for you, and I'll catch you guys next week. I'll see you. I'm out of here.
What so proud